This is a demonstration of an injection attack into a wireless network that's being utilized to open and close a drawbridge through an industrial control system. First, we're going to run through the modus operandi of the attack, and then we'll demonstrate it. The attacker would first go to the location of the bridge and determine what wireless network is operating within this industrial environment. So here we've identified it as bridge. The next thing the attacker would do is, on their personal computer, set their Ethernet card into something called monitor mode so that it could sniff all the packets, all the communications traffic that is being sent from a human-machine interface to the bridge itself, actually to a programmable logic controller that is operating the bridge. We would then utilize a program called Wireshark, freely downloadable on the internet, to identify the specific communication that is being sent back and forth between the HMI and the programmable logic controller when the bridge is opened or closed. Our idea here is really to identify the specific IP write command that signals the bridge to open or close. We would use a program then called Netcat, which is a packet injection piece of software. We would craft the packet that we had discovered through our sniffer into a form that can then be used by Netcat and then sent to open or close the bridge. In this particular case, we're also then going to port our Netcat attack to a iPod, and so we can do it easily remotely. This is our system. You see on the right a personal computer that contains the HMI, the human machine interface, that is connected through the wireless transceiver we see here in the middle to our programmable logic controller at the top, which actually accepts the commands, and then is wired into the bridge itself to affect the execution of the electricity. So real quickly here we'll demonstrate opening the bridge. So very quickly sent a packet wirelessly to the bridge controller, and then we'll go ahead and just close it. Okay, so as a first step, as we said before, we actually went to the bridge. We identified from the other wireless activity, if there was any around, which particular system we wanted to connect to. We've already done that. I've already set my Ethernet card on this computer that you see here. We're just looking at the display of that. Set that into monitor mode, and now it's just a case of starting up Wireshark. We've set the port activity. We're really only interested in those packets that are flying across this network that have to do with the opening and closing of the bridge. That's identifiable through a specific protocol in use called Modbus, and its port number assignment is 502. So we're going to apply that here, and we're going to start up Wireshark. Okay, so it's now operating. We'll go over here and I will open the bridge and watch what happens in our rogue computer. Okay, so very quickly we see that the communication between the HMI 10.10.8.202 and 10.10.8.106 was affected. There was actually a process where it was asking the bridge what state it was in. Once it replied, it would then do the opposite. So if it were closed, it would open. If it were open, it would close it. So we can see here inside the specific Modbus packets, this is the particular packet that we're interested in because it's a write command. We can then dig down further into the command and see that this is the exact particular command, the Modbus command, that we now need to effect. So we will then, we've crafted a script here. The bridge is currently open, so what we'll do is we will close it. Just to quickly look at our crafted script, our shell. Use netcat and send to the bridge IP address using the Modbus protocol auth.hex. That would have been the content. If we had closed it, that would be here. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do that. So we then took the content of the script and we have ported it to an iTouch here, and quite simply now I'm going to simply execute. The bridge is now closed, so I'm going to open it. So again, just to repeat what we did quickly, we went to the bridge, hooked up to the network that it was running on. We then captured some packets being sent out in the clear. We then took and mimicked those packets in a script and ported those to our iTouch and opened and or closed the bridge.